Week 13 began last night with the Bills beating the Patriots 24-10. Every Friday in season, we have the Show Me Something draft, and it can be anyone, anything. It doesn't mean you're under pressure. We just want to see. We want to get our popcorn, and we want to see this person do their thing. Peter, you got the first pick.
Show me something, Daniel Jones. And Mike, I've missed saying show me something, Daniel Jones. I've really missed that. But show me something, Daniel Jones. Listen, you had a nice little honeymoon for the first 2 months of this year. Really nice honeymoon. Then things got a little bit rocky in, the last 4 weeks, whatever it was. And right now, this is what your general manager, your head coach, your owner want to see when they're thinking about signing you for the next X number of years. This is a back-to-the-wall, feet on the edge of the cliff game. Washington coming in to play you. This is a team that you have owned in your career. You need to come out in this game, well, maybe not own, but at least had a mortgage on. But this is a game that you have to win. Show me something, Daniel Jones. You've got to beat Washington to avoid the basement in the NFC East.
Show me something, Tua Tagovailoa. This is the week to do it. At San Francisco against a 49ers team whose defense has not allowed a point in the second half of 4 straight games, who shut out the New Orleans Saints last weekend on the very field where he'll be playing. Oh, and to complicate matters, on Thursday, Jimmy Garoppolo just happened to blurt out at his press conference that the Dolphins were one of the teams in the mix to trade for Jimmy G earlier this year. Would they have traded for Jimmy Garoppolo to be the backup? Or would they have traded for Jimmy Garoppolo to be the starter? Interesting wrinkle that gets thrown into the punch bowl as we approach this game where Tua has a chance, even though we all won't get to watch it. We'll know about it, and we'll see the highlights, and we can watch the replay on NFL Plus or NFL Network or wherever else it shows up if it ends up being a pretty good game. But this is Tua's chance to really shut everybody up, make a big throw in a big spot, win a big game, and move to 8-4. Show me something, Tua Tagovailoa.
To move to 9-3, right, Mike? Instead of moving to
9-3. Sorry,
8-3.
9-3.
Yeah,
thank you.
Yeah,
even better. 9-3.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not
and to tie Buffalo for the division lead, and they have the tiebreaker right now. But anyway, okay.
Yes.
Show me something, Aaron Rodgers. Okay, so you're 4-8. It's been a lost season for you, and you've played at times like a lost sheep in the pasture of life. And I think right now, the logical thing to do, some would say right now, is to play Jordan Love. So right now, you've got to get to the point to 5-8. And you've got to get to that point against a team you have owned in a stadium that you have owned, Soldier Field. And you have to do this because if you don't, the voices to play Jordan Love will be cacophonous on Monday and even on Sunday night. Show me something, Aaron Rodgers. Show me that you should try to lead the Green Bay Packers to the most unlikely playoff berth in recent Packer history.
Only from Peter King do you get Dungstorm one segment and cacophonous the next segment. Show me something, Deshaun Watson. When it was August and they were figuring out the final specifics of the Deshaun Watson suspension and 11 games came into focus, Watson wanted 10, league wanted 12. They split the difference at 11, presumably. First game back, what is it? Houston Texans. Back in town, the place where he became a star, the place he couldn't wait to get out of, the place where he created a major distraction with 20-plus lawsuits. His first game back in 700 days on that field. Yes, he'll be rusty. Yes, it's his first game with a new team. Yes, there are plenty of other factors that could make it difficult for him to be the best he can be. But we're all going to be saying, show me something, Deshaun Watson, when that game starts at 1 o'clock Eastern on Sunday. We'll take a break. We'll wrap up this Friday edition of PFT Live with the last round of the Show Me Something draft right after this. There are the first two rounds for the Show Me Something draft for Week 13. One more to go. Peter King, you are on the clock.
Show me something, Trevor Lawrence. You know what, Mike? No one's talking about the Jacksonville and Detroit game, but I find this game really interesting. At the beginning of this year, I said that I think that both the Lions and the Jaguars, the elevator was going up, and I predicted both of them to be 7-10. Well, one of them, they're both 4-7. One of them is going to win their fifth game in the first week of December. And so I think both of these teams have shown real progress this year, and I think that's encouraging for both. But I talked to Doug Peterson last week, and I said, this to me was a coming-of-age game for Trevor Lawrence to come out and beat a good Baltimore Ravens team with a big drive at the end of the game. And he said, absolutely agree. Show me something, Trevor Lawrence, that you can stack another good performance against a tough team on last week's good performance.
Show me something, Tom Brady. The Buccaneers somehow blew a late lead. For the first time in Brady's career, he was 2-18-0 when leading by 7 or more points in the final minute, and they lost to the Browns. And Todd Bowles, the coach of the team, put it on the players, the leaders, to make sure this stuff doesn't happen, and they turn it around. They have the Saints coming to town on Monday night. They need this one to keep the Saints from catching up, to keep the Falcons from catching up, to keep the Panthers from having a chance to catch up. This is the one that gets things on the right track as they try to win the division, get to the playoffs, and who knows what happens then. I know what happens now. The show ends. We're out of time. Peter, great stuff as always. Everyone enjoy the games this weekend. We'll see you back here bright and early Monday morning. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.